What's up, everyone? It's Aronson, aka Fifth Rate Duelist, aka Bandit Teeth in a Hot Tub.
In America.
You guys asked to have the best players of the world in a podcast. Actually, no one asked. I asked you, but I asked them. And now we're going to talk. Before anything, please sub to my channel if you like this type of content and want to see more. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off. I want all of you to introduce yourself and say what is one fun thing that you did in Japan.
Alright, who starts?
You do.
You do.
I do? Alright.
But first, a word from our sponsor. Gemtech Accessories provides premium TCG accessories at great prices with a wide variety. If you like deck boxes, they've got a goat format deck box with change of heart design, a dice tray holder, and holds 60 double-sided sleeves. If that's not enough for you, they have a dual deck box which holds 120 double sleeves. If you like sleeves, they've got their own Apex Victory sleeves, which I've been trying, and I find them really, really smooth and a wonderful replacement for what I was using before. And if you like waifus, you can even get plenty of waifu deck boxes to use on your kitchen table. Okay, that was supposed to be smooth. Not only that, they have tons of stuff on their website, so go to gemaccessoriesUS.com. Use my code FIFTHRATE for 10% off and check out my streams for Gem Accessories giveaway. Now back to the video.
So, I'm Gabriel Soussi, so I'm French, and I played for the TCG World Championship. What did I do in Japan that was fun? I mean, we had a lot of fun doing like the Akihabara visit. It was very funny, and I think the best memory I keep from Japan is food. Actually, I think the food was very good, and yeah, everyone was so nice. I mean, because we went there for the World Championship, the best thing was like spending time with people that also play the game and are very nice. Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm Joshua Schmidt. I was playing the World Championship for Master Duel, and I didn't get to do much fun stuff this time around because I just traveled Thursday and returned home on Monday morning. So yeah, I mean, the most fun thing as well was just meeting everybody throughout those couple days, and yeah, unfortunately, not much activity outside of playing the actual tournament, but it was still a pretty good experience, I would say.
My name's Paulie, Aronson. I was in Japan for Worlds as a spectator, and the most fun thing I did in Japan was walk around for 4 hours with an empty ice cream container because they don't have garbage pails there.
I see.
That's
Yes.
true.
I'm Jess. I played for the Worlds in the TCG. My favorite playing experience was probably like climbing a Skytree and just seeing a bunch of views before I left, like 3 hours later.
I'm Ryan. I also played Master Duel, and yeah, I guess like the obvious thing is just spending time with everyone. That was the best part by far. But aside from that, they also sold ice cream for like $2, so I had like probably at least 10 of those during the week.
Nice.
Hey, my name's Enzo. I played for the TCG, and outside the tournament, I was just going around seeing like a lot of like different places I've never seen before. That was fun.
I kind of want to ask in general, what was your experience like at World?
So I'll start. I don't know why, but I will. Experience that I had. It was the second time that I was going. I know a lot of people went for the first time this year. Usually we have a lot more people that are going over and over. I think mostly the fact that the playoff system was so many players this year made it a lot harder for people to qualify. And to me, it was a very good experience. The last one was in Germany, and the fact that we were able to go to Japan instead of Germany, which is very close from my home, was a lot better. And also, usually we have like so many things we have to do before, like a few days before they bring us to like museum and stuff. This year it was only one thing, the Akihabara tour, and it was not even mandatory. So some people like Christian, for example, Christian Thomas, was able to play test for the whole day.
I thought
if
about
they
doing
wanted
that.
to. Yeah, and so that I think that was very interesting because yeah, I mean, if you wanted to stay focused in the game and not do activities, you could. I don't know what you guys thought about it, but I liked it.
I don't think I thought about Yugioh. Aside from the actual tournament, like the days we had things like the Akihabara tour and like the day after, I don't think I touched cards once. I very much kept Yugioh just for the tournament and just kind of like enjoyed the rest of Japan outside of that. That was the first time I left Europe.
Oh,
I do
really?
know what you mean. I do know what you mean, Gabe, because it's like,
Yeah.
For us this time, it was like deck submission for Master Duel was a week before the event, right? So
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
it was kind of very different from the TCG where I'm used to having to submit the deck list. What was it for you guys this time? Thursday?
Yeah, like it was
Friday.
Friday
Oh, Friday, right?
evening.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Friday,
it used to be
5:30.
Friday. The times that I went, and it's like when that's the case, right? You can't help yourself but stress about like your deck until like the very end, right? It's just at least I'm like that, right? I'll end up like stressing about the deck until I have to submit it. And so having to submit it this time around just like a week early, I did all the stressing, right? But I was done a week earlier, right? I just did that.
Also, like when you finish the European or the NA championship, I don't think you can like focus on the World Championship directly. You gotta take few days, etc. So I don't know how much time you had, Paulie. I know Enzo because I tested with him, but maybe you had like 2 weeks, something like that.
No, I mean we had 3 weeks. So the day after Nats was my birthday, and like my friends were like, "Or we can," they wanted to celebrate and go out. My parents wanted to take me out for dinner, and I told them like right away. I was like, "No, I was like, I'd love to, but I can't go. I can't leave the house." Like I just sent from the day basically I got home from Worlds, from Nats. Like I just tested every day, so I definitely didn't take. I maybe took I might have taken like a 1-day break. I think my birthday was Tuesday, and I started testing Tuesday. I think I forget, but no, I focused. I tested as much as I could. I tested 135 hours, so.
Yeah, you're
I haven't
crazy.
set
Yeah.
it. My phone tells me because I play all my DB on my phone, so it tells me like screen time, duelingbook.com.
You play DV on your phone?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is
I
the
play
most-
all
When I
my-
found out
yeah.
about this is the most psychotic thing ever. Like this is not
That's
this is
crazy.
not a real
Dude.
human being right there.
Money matching against Paulie is the worst. It takes forever.
Just don't
Yeah, I
activate.
mean-
Better
field
now.
spells,
It's
right?
not that
As long as you
bad.
don't activate field spells, you're fine. I heard.
They fixed
That's
it.
crazy.
They fixed the field spell glitch. It's so much better now.
And you guys for Master Duel, how was it? Because I know it was a 3 versus 3 thing, but I don't know anything about it. Like except when like was it hard to find decks to play, etc. Or
Okay, so I mean the rule set was basically we had 3 players. Every player gets 2 decks, and we have to share the same card pool between all 6 decks. So like if one player has a playset of a card, it can't be in any other deck. So that we couldn't play the same decks basically. And the only exception was we could pick 3 cards that were excluded from the rule. Like for example, we picked Max. Everyone I think picked Maxi and Ash Blossom
Yeah.
because those just go into almost any deck, right? And then like, but it basically just meant you can't play multiple Tearlament decks because they would share way too many cards, right? And so that was the entire rule set. I thought it was cool. I don't know how you felt about it, Ryan, but I think it was refreshing, and it was definitely way better than just playing like best of ones without a side deck. You know, I preferred having it like this kind of, because we played best of ones, but it was 9 of them, so it was basically a best of 9, which took out a lot of variance from like dice rolls and maxi and whatnot. So overall, I did enjoy it. I think it was one of the better ways you could handle the Master Duel best of
Format.
one format.
yeah.
Okay, be
And you,
honest,
Ryan?
Josh and Ryan. Would you want to do the TCG over Master Duel, or were you happy doing Master Duel?
I mean, of course, I think all of us would like. The dream is to win TCG Worlds, right? But Master Duel is like pretty close. Like the whole experience of going to Worlds and like being there for the week is like what really makes it special. Not so much the tournament. So I don't have any complaints. Master Duel was fun.
So, and Ryan, how was your Master Duel experience?
It was good. Like Josh said, I think the format was actually really cool because like the issues with Master Duel are best of 1 and the variants of Maxi. So the whole 3v3 thing and the shared card pool, they were both good. Yeah, the format was fun. Like not perfect, but it was good.
And Enzo, how was your world experience?
It was good, yeah. In terms of preparing, like I took kind of like a 1 week break, like after like nationals. Like since I started like testing with Soussi, like catch me up into everything since like he started like 1 week prior.
Yeah, it did. And Master Duel, how was it to like pick decks? Did you how did you decide who was gonna play Tearlament, who was gonna play like Dragon, who was gonna play that's the thing. Like
Ryan
was
is
in the
laughing
team-
'cause they didn't have that issue. They knew.
Literally day 1 of testing, like Ray picked Jesse and I, and Jesse was like, "All right, guys, I'm playing Tier."
yeah. What can you say?
There wasn't really a discussion. It's funny, all the TCG teams decided that Dragon Link was better, and every OCG team played Despia as their like
No,
deck
that's
with all
funny.
the distros in it. Which I think
so.
is
I
this
think
is
so.
wrong, right?
I don't think they had Dragon Link on any of the OCG lineups. It was super funny to see the difference between TCG and OCG player because the ban lists and format are so different. But we've been playing the same Master Duel game since release, like 1.5 years, and they're still playing completely different deck than we do.
What were the secondary deck you played?
For tournament, our secondary deck was Sky Striker. Because we just look.
Did someone say Ray?
Thing is, with
Stop simping, Paulie. Focus on the task, okay? On Twitter, we were all kind of complaining about the way that things were set up, the paper playmat, stuff like that. How did that feel?
I was fine with it, to be honest. I think it looked a lot different from how it felt. As a player, the convenience of everything, like, being there, like having the player room, and having, like, facilities, instead of having to, like, go around a massive venue, was really convenient. So I think from a player although from a viewer perspective it may not have been, especially day one, may not have been quite the big stage that I guess people were expecting. See, I haven't got what like other players here who've been to multiple worlds. This is my first worlds, so I don't quite have the experience that the players have. So other years may have been different, but having everything, all the facilities just there, like, and being right next to the playing room and all that kind of thing was very convenient and was very helpful, especially during high pressure events.
I mean, I get the concerns of people of like, okay, it looked like cheap and whatnot in the stream, right? The representation to the outside world was maybe not ideal, could have been better. I can see that. I just think from a player perspective, that's when you're actually there, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's
yeah.
You're focusing on playing the game, and whether the mat is out of paper or out of like rubber. I feel like the only person that I heard having an issue with that was Jess, because she told me she was like having trouble picking up the cards. But other than that,
the mats were not the one.
Other than that, I feel like it didn't really matter. I mean, yeah, I get it. The stream looked a little bit shabby, but I think for most players, it didn't really matter.
Like for the Master Duel players, were you stressed about misinputs or like, you know, I know some of them happen, but like, were you stressed about it? Because I would have been stressed about like clicking wrongly or something like that. It's a skill.
That was crazy. I just hear him say like something like fuck or something. I look over and I see a rhino heart on his field, right? And I'm like, what happened? And he's like, let's not talk about it. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let you focus. I'm gonna focus on my game. I look back to my game and I think about it. Like 5 seconds later, I'm like, wait, what did happen? How did you already make a misplay when there's just a rhino heart on the field? Because I saw him win the coin flip like 5 seconds ago, and then there's a rhino heart, and you're saying you made a misplay. I'm like, what the hell did you do? And then I think about it for a second. I'm like, wait a minute, did you just right click on the rhino heart instead of left click? And he was like, yep, I did that. And I was like, okay, cool. It was also the round where Emre freaking called by the grave, then Ash Blossom, and then he Ash Blossomed the turn after.
Oh no! I gave Manav rotten turkey one time by accident at an event. I'm sorry, Manav. He swallowed it too. And then I had it in my hand, just like this plate of turkey, or like a plastic container from my cooler bag. And he was like, "Yo, let me get a piece of Paulie." I was like, "All right, I got you." And then he ate it. He didn't say anything. He swallowed it. And then like I walked away like 5 minutes later, took a bite, and was like, "Wow, this is literally spoiled." And I was like, and he didn't even say a word. Damn. So I'm sorry about that, Manav.
So if you can't beat your opponent, you just have to poison them. Okay.
Another victory for America.